20th game this year for Cleveland. They've held their opponents to fewer than 100. Bulls a 102-82 rout of the Wizards. Chicago a half game and behind the Wizards for the final play-in spot. Hawks get a buzzer-beating win over the Nets Sunday. Trae Young with the game winner, and shortly after the win, the team makes it official. They've hired Quinn Snyder as their new coach. The 56-year-old returns to Atlanta, where he was an assistant on Mike Budenholzer's staff a decade ago. Earlier on ESPN Radio, Lauren Williams, the Hawks reporter for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
I think what they really appreciated about Quinn Snyder's talents is his background as a player development coach, and that's something that they want to put an emphasis on moving forward as they shift the culture. Now, a lot of these guys on this team have spoken about feeling as though player development, even for some of the veterans, kind of fell by the wayside. And for this team to shift back to trying to develop its talent says a lot about the direction that they want this franchise to go, because they want it to be something that's a long-lasting, I don't want to throw the word dynasty out there, but of course I'm sure that has crossed their minds. So I think his offensive background also played a role. And when you have guys like Trae Young and John Collins and Clint Capella, who have built this great partnership as pick-and-roll partners, that's something that's going to benefit them, is Quinn Snyder's talent of developing plays for that. So I think that's kind of what stood out to the Hawks when they were looking at who they wanted to be their next head coach.
Quinn Snyder expected to make his debut Tuesday night, and it's a home game. Hawks hosting Washington. Sports Center all night, ESPN Radio. Football Sunday, San Antonio, a 30-12 win over Orlando in the XFL. Orlando scoring a touchdown on his first drive, then had 5 punts and a missed field goal in its next 6. Houston tops Arlington 23-14. The Roughnecks holding the Renegades to 125 total yards, fewest in an XFL game this season. Houston coach Wade Phillips with our Tiffany Blackman.
Coach Phillips, you told us about the playmakers you have on defense this week.